Today we will learn how to factorize trinomials. So trinomial is any expression that has got three terms. So that's what we have. This is our one term, this is our second one, this is the third one. It's called trinomial because of those three terms. So today we'll factor, let me erase that first. I change the color to white. So today we'll learn how to factor a trinomial. We'll use prime factorization to factor this trinomial. So first up, I'll take the first term first, which is 12 x cubed y. So prime factors for 12 are 2 and 6 and 3. So it is 2, 2 and 3. So 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so I'll get rid of these calculations, and so it's x cubed, so we'll write cubed 3 times. We'll split it into its components and we'll include y the way it is, and we'll jump to the next term, which is 20 x y squared. So the prime factors for 20 are 5 times 4, 2 times 2, so 5, 2 and 2. I'm going to get rid of this first. Okay, so now we'll write x the way it is. We have two y's, we'll split it into y and y. We'll get to the next term, which is 16 x squared y squared. So the prime factors for 16 are, so 16 is 2 times 8 is 16, 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. So I've got 3 2's, 4 2's. Okay, so we'll get rid of this. I'll write x, so x is x squared. I'll just write x 2 times and it's y squared 2 times. Now it's time to choose our GCF, greatest common factor. So we will make pairs. So we've got 2 is common to all 3, so that's our first prime factor. Then there is another 2 that is common to all 3 terms. This is the x is common, so we're going to take x, and there is y. Okay, so our greatest common factor will be 2 times 2 is 4 xy. So I'm going to write it nicely. It is 4xy. So that's our greatest common factor. Now we'll use this greatest common factor to factor the trinomial that is given above. So I will, because minus is, if you look at this, and let me use a highlighter. So minus is common to all 3. So minus 12x cubed. Let me use a red ink. It is minus 12x cubed y minus 20xy squared minus 16x squared y squared. So it is common to both, to all 3. So what we'll do is we'll use minus and then 4xy, which is our greatest common factor, parenthesis. What I'll do is I'll take up the first one. So I'll take up this term first, which is minus 12 x cubed, which means there are 3 x's and a y, and divided by this minus 4 xy. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. X will cancel with 1x, and we will have x squared. Y will cancel with y, so it will be 3x squared. So 3x squared. And now I'll get rid of these calculations. I'll take up the second term, which is minus 20xy squared minus 20, that is xy squared. I'm going to divide by minus 4xy. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. X will cancel with x, y with squared, so we'll just be left with 5y. And I'm going to get rid of this. Now I'll take up the third term, which is minus 16 x squared y squared. So it is minus 16 x squared y squared. We'll divide it by minus 4xy, which is our greatest common factor. 16 divided by 4 is 4. X will cancel with x, so we'll just be left with x, y, and just be left with plus 4xy. So this is how we'll factor a trinomial with that has got more than one variable. So in this case, it has got one variable is x, another one is y. Okay, in order to cross-check just to see if we have done it correctly, so you can expand it. So this is how we expand. We will times 3 and 4, which will be minus 12. X squared with x will be x cubed and y. And we will times minus 20 x y squared, and then this one minus 16 x squared y squared. Let's see if we have the original expression. So the original expression right here, I'm going to erase this. So this is our original expression, which is minus 12x cubed y. So I've got minus 12x cubed y. This is minus 20xy squared, minus 20xy squared, and we have minus 16x squared y squared. So this is how you'll use prime factorization to factor a trinomial which has got more than one variable. Thank you.